Hello everyone, welcome again to another Bird's Eye review. Today, we're going to be reviewing the live-action Mulan from Disney. Now, I have actually been a fan of live-actions from Disney. When they did Aladdin, they've done Lion King, and I'm trying to think of any others that they have done. The Beauty and the Beast. These films have been really good, and I've really enjoyed them overall. I mean, obviously, these are films that I grew up with, that the majority of us grew up with as kids watching these movies. And so, to have Mulan, which I want to first start out by saying it is my favorite animated Disney film of all time, is Mulan. Mulan, the original Mulan, is absolutely incredible. The best villain, by far, hands down the best villain of any Disney movie. The best soundtrack, in my personal opinion. And yes, that is rivaling Tarzan, Hercules, The Lion King. These movies with fantastic soundtracks and songs. I think the Mulan of 1998 is the best when it comes to Disney songs. I really do. Now, it might not show that historically with sales and stuff like that, because I think if we went based on that, I mean, Frozen 1 would probably have the best soundtrack of all time. But I was so pumped to have this movie. I was excited to see a live-action Shan Yu, who definitely has some of the most darkest lines of any animated character. I was excited for Mulan, which is just a genuine, awesome story. And I found out that they weren't going to be including Mushu, which is hilarious, and easily one of the funniest animated characters in all of Disney. And they weren't going to have Shan Yu as a villain. This hit me hard. That was something that I really didn't like, because Shan Yu is so awesome. Super awesome, and they cut him out. Wasn't a fan about that either. So, right off the bat, I wasn't super pumped to go and see it. It looked like there was going to be no singing. It was all going to be super serious, which, you know, I was okay with to an extent, because the story of Mulan still is epic, and I thought that they did pretty well overall in this live action. I think the screenwriters really thought that, you know, we would just follow along with whatever they had on screen. There was a lot of scenes where I was like, I don't think that's what you meant, or I didn't understand quite what you were saying, and they just wanted us to accept what it was and what it was for and what was going on. And they pushed a lot of stories forward without much explanation, without much character development, and that, I think, hurt this movie a lot. I did enjoy this movie. I would recommend you go and see it at least once. I think this movie had a lot of things going for it that were positives, and I think they could have done so much more. I don't want to give away any spoilers. The villains in this movie were weak. I'm just going to say that straight up. They were weak, they were unexciting, and they didn't carry any weight when they died. Spoiler alert. Actually, in every Disney movie, the villain dies. So, for this movie, they had two villains. So, off the bat, that is usually not a good sign. Most fantastic movies don't have two villains. And in this one, neither of the villains were that cool, that interesting. I mean, one of them I thought, oh, it could be Shan Yu, but it wasn't. And it just didn't work for me. Neither of the characters really had a good backstory. You didn't know or understand what was going on. And I think the only person in this entire film that had good character development was Mulan herself. And at that, it was very minimal, base level. I mean, this movie was 2 hours long, and the dialogue didn't really help any specific characters. I thought there was a lot of really good action, a lot of really good scenes. I felt that the commander of the army that Mulan was in was good. I thought his acting was really well done. But other than that, it was really weak performance overall for me. And I think part of that is due to the directing and the screenwriting, and another part due to the actual acting itself. Something cool about this movie was that all of the martial arts used, or at least the majority, was the actor's own stunts. So a lot of it, I mean, granted, there is a lot of CGI and different things like that, but a lot of the fighting was real. Like, it was their own stunts, which I found very cool and really refreshing, because I knew that going into it, and I liked it. Overall, I did like this movie. I gave this movie 3 stars out of 5, because honestly, it was a huge disappointment for me. It wasn't that top tier Disney live action movie. I think out of all the live actions that Disney has produced, I think Beauty and the Beast was by far the best. I think Aladdin was okay, and The Lion King could have been so much better. So I think this movie could have been miles and miles better, but it came up way short for me. I would recommend you watch this at least once. Tell me how you feel about this movie, and listen, I will be doing a comparison of these 2 films. I'm going to be reviewing the 1998 film as well, so watch for that review, which is coming up shortly. Also, I am looking for new stuff to review, so let me know what you think. I'm sorry that I haven't been filming very frequently. This last week, I was a positive case of coronavirus, so there is a fun fact for you. Let me know if you want me to detail that in an upcoming video, because that was an interesting little thing that happened in my life. So that is everything I have for you guys. Please follow me on Letterboxd. The link will be down in the description below. And please watch my other 2 videos that I have movie reviews for. I reviewed Tenet, and I have also reviewed The Founder. 2 great movies. Please watch those reviews as well. And let me know what I can review further in future videos and what you would be interested in seeing. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.